not just futuristically, but also looking back. There has been grave misuse. And I want to say and put it to you, Minister, I am not convinced by your testimony of your relationships with Mr. Brian Mokhotsi and Mr. Matlala. Your testimony there is very questionable. I'm not convinced by it. But when it comes to the reasons and the evidence before me for disbandment and immediate versus winding down, I saw with facts that I've just put to you why it would be justified. Don't worry, Minister, about your position. Don't even worry about public opinion.
Good day to everyone. On this video, we are going to talk about Ashley Souls, the parliamentary representative of Patriotic Alliance. Africans, South Africans, and anybody else, there is a thin line. If the line exists, there is a thin line if the line exists between good and bad. There is either small line or no line at all. It is so difficult to work out when somebody talk what is right and what is wrong. But at this moment, we must be able to say at least Ashley Souls have already made a cover up. In other words, he has already summarized that there is nothing wrong with the decision to disband the PKTT. So as a result, I am not working on the opinion, on the views, or what I think. I'm talking on his finalization, meaning there is high possibility that that is the position of his political party to say, as Patriotic Alliance, we have already decided that there is nothing wrong that the minister have made in that decision, even though there are still so many people that still have to give a contribution on the activities and the workings of the of the PKTT in the ad hoc committee and of course in the Madlanga Commission. So is it not premature? Are they not deciding before time? Because remember, even though they can, among others, mention that the minister is justifiable on the use of the money, if you are not able to do all the general analysis about all the other matters that involve, if you will not be knowing that, if you have to decide on the good or the bad of something, you must get a financial statement that still have to justify why the money was spent. Can you be able to say the minister said so much money was spent and it was wasteful? Are there any audit terms? Are there any justification that come up and say that monies were spent wrong? Are you not deciding on an unfounded foundation? Are they using concrete and established facts to come into the conclusion? We saw previously when National Commissioner Masemola mentioning that Kenny Kunene has been at the house of the suspect 2 times rather than once. We saw Ashley Souls coming and asking the minister a question of, can you prove, were you there? In a sense of trying to discredit the answer that the minister that was giving, the commissioner, National Commissioner Masemola was giving. And we know for a fact that even if you are a national commissioner, you don't go and investigate any incident per town, per any incident, the whole country, for it to be the truth. If you are reported and then that is justifiable, it's good enough for you as the national commissioner to make reference to that. We know before the ad hoc committee started and the commission, what's his name? The leader of PA, Gayton McKenzie, said he is going to volunteer himself to come and give evidence for the good of South Africans. Of which later on, when his name is mentioned by Julius Malema, he decided to withdraw his name. Can we now say that any information that he could be having and others don't have, was it not going to help South Africans to go out of crime? Is he helping South Africans? Was he supposed to play the political game, or was he supposed to come up and say, I want South Africa to be good? I possibly have information that other people do not have. This information is going to help South Africans to be saved from all the bad things. I am coming out and to help South Africa. Then he just decide by then that he's not going to do that. Then today, from the same political party, they've decided before the PKTT matter is dealt with, to decide the minister must be taken into confidence. Whereas on the decision of the minister, when you look into something called public governance, corporate governance, there is a level of decision making. Nobody have an isolated power to make decisions. Even the president of the country, before he make any decision, he must get legal opinion. He must find out from the other people surrounding them what do they think, and then after that he can make a decision on the necessary basis that include consulting his own political party for him to make a founded decisions. And remember, the ad hoc committee still have to undergo the process of going into the portfolio committee on the police and the parliament, where the decision must be debated. It means PA has already made a decision now, even before any other lots of information has been put into the table, for the people that could even come up and say, no, the minister is not true about the money that was spent, etc., etc. So really, we found ourselves as South Africans in some other stages making decisions based on mediocrity, based on not a necessary founded situation. That's why sometimes the question comes to say, the ability to form political parties in South Africa, are they not in such an obvious way that it doesn't even need somebody else to have such a level of capacity or ability of compliance in order for us to say this person is at a level of making decisions for us? Are we are we seeing ourselves to say really we are compromised, and then we lowering the bar? We are not looking into what is good for the country. We just look what is going to be there to benefit our political parties. What do you think about this, fellow South Africans? Thanks for watching the video.